Well, hey there, Algebra 1 students. Welcome to your first homework video. Today we're going to be talking about addition with carrying. But before we start...
Hello. 'Tis I, Mr. Bass, with Miss Reese. Two of us. At one time!
Oh my God!
Before I start every video, Miss Reese doesn't know this yet, but I gotta do the theme song.
Tell me about the theme song.
Let me tell you about the theme song. Well, you know, I know you want to learn. I know you want to have the knowledge just thrown upon you and you just want to grab it up. So right now, we're actually giving you, the people, what you want. And for that, I'm going to sing. And I sing really well. Got to give the people, give the people what they want. You'll hear that often. What do you think about that?
I like that song. Do you guys like that song?
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Answer yes. So, this is going to be a demonstration. We're probably doing this in class right now. And this is what you're this is what you better be doing at home. Or you might catch people's elbow from Miss Reese.
Ooh, watch out.
Just like that. So, we're going to pretend like you don't know how to do this. You're going to take notes, as you normally would, if we were talking to you live and in person. And then when questions pop up, you're going to answer those questions. Do they need to write the questions down?
Well, Mr. Bass, they do.
No, they don't. No, you don't! See, it was a test. This is probably a question that just popped up right now.
Right.
Like, do we need to write the questions? It was unclear.
Right. I'm so clear now, though. You don't need to write the questions. But what do we need to write down, Mr. Bass?
Everything that Miss Reese or myself writes on the board, you write down in your notebook.
Okay.
Goes on the board, goes down in your notebook.
Gotcha.
Clear?
Clear.
I'm clear. You feeling good?
So clear, so good.
Crystal. You want to do the lesson? Would you like to take the honors?
I would love to do this first lesson, Mr. Bass.
I'm going to step to the side. I might pop back in. Goodbye.
So, as Mr. Bass told you guys, this is our first video, so we're going to play around with the habit of seeing things up on the board, writing them down, and then responding to questions when you see them come up. So, the first problem that we're going to look at today is two two-digit numbers being added to each other with something that might sound familiar to you guys called carrying. Let's set up a problem first, and then we'll get going on it, all right? Let's start with 37 plus 65. Now there are lots of ways to write an addition problem. You guys can see that this is written one number on top of the other. Should be kind of familiar. And here is where...
Those are really nice numbers.
Here is where our first move is going to be. Now, if you saw this question in front of you, this problem in front of you, what would be the first thing that you do?
Stop! Here comes the question. You don't even have to pause.
Oh.
That's the best part. You don't even have to pause. Because they can pause it on their own.
Woo!
What?
So, for lack of pausing, let's go ahead and make our first moves. Now, there are lots of numbers here. Four, maybe not lots, but there are two that we need to look at together first. Now, addition means to combine things, and when they're both positive numbers, they get bigger. So, let's look at our first two numbers together, guys. 7 and 5. When we add 7 and 5 together, we get 12. That's right. Now, 12 isn't going to fit in a one-number spot, so there's this idea of...
What do you mean 12 is not going to fit in a one-number spot?
Oh, well, if I put 12 here, let's think about how accurate this answer is, right?
That's so not accurate.
Why isn't it accurate?
I don't know.
Oh, well, Mr. Bass, if you had $37 and I gave you $65 more, would you end up with 12? I don't think so. So, there's a place that we have to move this 1, which is part of the 12, Does anybody remember where that 1 is going to go?
I don't know, Miss Reese. Where's the 1 gonna go? Somebody tell me.
So you may hear this thing called carrying that you learned in middle school or elementary school, and it's when we have a number that is more than 1 digit. So our 10s, our 1 from our 12 is going to go above this 3.
That's crazy, son!
Now, to really wrap it up, we're going to repeat the same process that we did. Remember, adding means combining. What numbers do you guys see left that we need to combine? You're right. It's 1, 3, and 6. So, if we add 1 plus 3, we get 4. And all of this 4 plus 6 is 10.
Miss Reese, you're amazing.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Bass. I think you're pretty swell, too.
Oh. Oh, this is nice. I like having a friend.
Me too.
So often, you'll see words and titles and things, but generally, we write it, you write it, questions pop up, you answer them. It's all good. I'm feeling good about today. How do you feel?
I'm feeling really good today.
You got nothing else to say. You got anything else to say?
Peace out.